First question, hello DF team, exclamation point. Somehow Alex returns to Jedi Survivor. My question to Alex, do tools and settings exist in UE4 to solve the problems still present in the game? If yes, can he speculate as to why Respawn isn't using them? Are there any other games developed on UE4 that could hold up as exemplars of good performance? Cheers, exclamation point. That's a slightly tricky question, but this one from the mighty Ethan. Hey DF, exclamation point. With Jedi Survivor being quote unquote improved but still poor, I can't help but wonder if it released in this state, if it would still have been the worst AAA PC release of 2023, or if something else would have taken the title. Why is Respawn failing so utterly to fix its problems when we know other developers have been able to address similar issues? I don't think we've ever seen a developer address issues this profound, but I don't know. It doesn't, going back to the mighty Ethan, it doesn't appear to be for lack of effort. Thanks for your insight, as always, exclamation point.
Right.
Alex, where do you begin with this one?
The issues of what that the game has in UE4, like I think UE4 was not is I don't think UE4 is actually a good engine for anything more overly complex than just like linear corridors with loading screens. I'm quite serious about that. I think it requires a lot of very special things that UE4 was not designed to do something more ambitious, more open, a lot of density, real-time streaming. And I think that's the areas that Jedi Survivor really fails in hardcore. I also think it was an engine not designed around ray tracing. It was added on like ex post, and as a result, it's like there's a lot of issues there. I also think Epic didn't take shader compilation serious until they were called out on it much into the UE5 era. And a lot of the things, there's like, for example, in UE4, ray tracing shaders and Niagara shaders, maybe even other ones, are not covered by the frankly anemic pre-compilation gather thing that QA has to go through. So you have to roll your own kind of solutions to those problems. And the amount of time, I think developers should throw the time in there, but you have to look at Epic and say, like, this should have been better. So I think some of that, there is things that they couldn't solve with base UE4, but I think since they make, since these things are like millions of dollars of return, and there's just like, I feel like there should be a modicum of not effort, but like of quality that we should expect of games. I think we should expect something that has the word Star Wars in it to be good and have like quality. So I think that's the problem, really. I would love it to be better. But it's just, I think, for example, like the shader compilation thing, like I just run around Kobo, there's still like 4 large ones in like a 1 minute and 10 second running around of this little village area. There's obviously a lot more throughout the entire game, right? I'm able to do that, show that just by loading up a save after the game is patched. I'm just a simple user there. I don't know. I feel like there could be some. They need to redesign the game from the get-go, anyways. But like, I don't think they can actually fix it anymore. I think it's probably broken on some level, but we'll see. Maybe there's more testing to be done on their side. It's patch 9. It's not patch 10. Patch 10 sounds really final, doesn't it? Like patch 9.
Well, it's entirely arbitrary from my perspective.
I know. I thought patch 8 was final, so I don't know. I'm just making.
I do like the idea of a sort of a quality level that's based on the decimal system. Yeah. You get to 10 and everything's fine.
Yeah, it's like how there's no earthquakes greater than 10 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like warp factor 10. There'll be patch 9.95.
Yeah, they just won't ever dare. And if you go faster than it, then it's no longer Star Wars. It's like, see, you're seeing stars.
Everyone will turn into lizards.
Yeah. Oh, God. Thank you, Janeway. To answer the mighty Ethan's question, I still think it would be one of the poorest releases of 2023. But you can turn off ray tracing now and get a much better experience than you could at launch. A lot better. It still has issues and it still requires super high-end kit. But you have the example of Dead Space where no matter how high-end your kit is, that game also still stutters. So it'd be like a fierce competition at that point. But Jedi Survivor also has other issues. Like I talked about them in the video, like the flashing, the FOV thing that I just showed off. And that was just me playing the game for like an hour at that point when that happened. So there's, you know.
We're just normal users. We're just ordinary users.
Normal.
Just innocent users.
I don't know. That's such a... I don't know.
They never fixed Fallen Order either, by the way. It's not as bad as this, but it still has major problems.
Yeah, I'm also a little tired of talking about Jedi Survivor. I feel like I've talked about it like 600 times at this point.